So before we move on to our project, this like feature modal, I thought I would do an easy one and edit the account details. All right. So I also feel like we are having an issue with the header, and so I just want to check the header as well. All right. So yeah, I don't see the layer style here. So I'm going to add layer style text, and there we go. That's now purple, so that looks better. All right, so our header is fixed. And then let's go ahead and go to our profile page. We already have the user details row mostly done, but what we want to do is we want to add color scheme green to our icon buttons. Perfect. And then we want to fix down here too. So let's go ahead and go to our profile, and let's go to our button and do color scheme green. Perfect. And I'm going to just copy and paste this. Color scheme green. Awesome. All right, so this page looks good. Let's go back to our projects. Also looks good. Let's go to one of our projects. So far, so good. All right, now let's start trying to edit this feature modal. We are going to find the feature modal first, which is right here. All right. And I'm going to start with my icon buttons, but I'm going to start from the very beginning. I'm going to close all of these functions. All right. So let's take a look. Icon button here. So let's do color scheme green. Okay. I'm going to copy this and then go look for the next one. Color scheme green. Nice. All right. And gonna keep going. So now it looks like the user story details accordion we need to edit in order to get those fixed. All right. Icon button, let's add color scheme green. All right, icon button, color scheme green. All right. Excuse me, trying to figure out what that's editing though. Icon button, color scheme green. And icon button, color scheme green. All right, almost there. Okay, so now let's take a look. So I go to do check mark. All right, this turns into an input for me to use. And then I do check. Same with here. Check, edit, check, nice. All right, delete. All right, so yeah, well now we can go ahead and go into the delete modal. So let's take a look at our delete modal. So it looks like the text is accurate in terms of layer style text. All right, but we don't have this button needs to have the color scheme green. Perfect. Are you sure you want to delete this user story? No. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and edit all my buttons in here now. All right, so we have our accordion, and then we have our task box and our create task box. But we also have the description first. So let's go ahead and add the color scheme green to that. All right, that looks good. All right, now let's go to this task box. Change this to test. Ooh, interesting. Well, we found a little bug there. All right, so task edit is not working properly. Must refresh to see edit. All right, so we'll have to look into that at some point. All right, let's try. Now let's just go ahead and close this up, close this up, close this up. All right, icon button. All right. Let's make this button color scheme green 2, and let's do this button color scheme green. Nice. That is looking good. All right, so we have all of our buttons now, which is good. Okay, but our modal does not look how it's supposed to. In terms of our accordions, I think what I'm going to work on first is this add a user story accordion, because it's going to fit best in terms of the way my other ones are designed. So that's where I'm going to start. Okay, so excuse me. I'm going to go to my create project accordion, so that way I can compare my differences. All right, and on my accordion button, I see that I have this hover and all of this. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to my accordion button here, and I'm going to paste it in. All right, so that's already looking better. The accordion item does not need this border. So that looks good. Let's look at what we did here, because you can kind of see. So let's create project accordion. Let's look at create feature accordion. Looks like we had to add border none to the accordion item there. That looks good. Okay, so let's keep going. The next thing that we edited was the color white for the icons. So let's go ahead and make that happen. All right, so now we have the white icon. Let's have the form label have color white too. Nope, we want this box to have color white. There we go. All right, that looks good. So then we have accordion panel. It's gonna have some, let's take a look, PB4, and then just this. All right, that looks pretty good to me. All right, let's take a look if there's anything else now. All right, so we need to add color scheme green here. Perfect. All right, and then let's just make sure that our label has our layer style text. All right. And our text area, let's make sure it has layer style text. Okay, let's make sure that our input has layer style text and our form label here has layer style text. Perfect. All right, that looks pretty good. Oops. All right, so that's how it looks there. That looks good to me. That's how it looks there. That looks good to me. User story 2. This is my description of user story 2. Create. That looks good. All right, So then now we're going to need to find this delete feature button, which should be on the feature modal at the bottom somewhere. And we can add color scheme green to it. All right, so that's looking good. All right, so then now what we will do in our next video is we'll start editing these user story boxes and the add a task here. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it yet, so it'll be a little bit more of a trial and error, but I will see you in the next video.